I want to show you a really powerful capability built into Graylog for routing data to one of three different destinations. You can see here that I have data enabled going into my index set. So that's that index data, highly searchable data available that we used previously in our search results. It was also the data going into our Sigma rules, generating alerts. It might be also used for our anomaly detectors with machine learning, all of that. So that data that we see is very actionable for a data that you're taking an action on, if you will, or the system's taking an action on. That's data you want to feed into your index set. Well, what about this data warehouse? Well, data warehouse is a new capability of Graylog that allows you to funnel data to a inexpensive storage. And the data going into the data warehouse, if it's only going to the data warehouse, is not actually counting towards your Graylog license. So you have a lot of power here if you think of kind of the overall cost of the solution to now make determinations of what data do I want to send to my, as actionable data to my index set, which does count towards my license, and data I want to maybe just park on the side, standby data, if you will. And if I do need it, I have an opportunity to now retrieve that. If I don't need it, it's sitting in very inexpensive storage. It didn't count towards my license, so I made very low investment to retain that data. If you think about most SIM deployments, we've all made determinations on budget of what data we truly want. And there are times that we've dropped data because we knew it was of low value coming in from a particular log source. Of course, if I drop that data, it's gone forever. And so that brings a lot of insecurity. Maybe I should just bring the data in just in case. Well, with this data routing capability and with the data warehouse capability within Graylog, I don't have to make that hard decision of, well, do I keep the data or do I just have to drop it? In this case, I can keep all the data, and I'm really just aligning the licensing and the index set towards that data that is truly giving me value. And I can park this standby data and have that become available to me when and if that ever becomes the case. So you can see here, I have zero filter set on my data warehouse data. So all the data coming in from my Cisco devices is being sent to the data warehouse. Now, in the index set, I have filtered that to audit messages. What that means is who logged into a Cisco switch, who made a configuration change. I've decided that I don't want that data going into my index set. I'm not going to count that data towards my Graylog license. That's just going to go to the standby data warehouse. And if there should become a situation where I actually do want to have, log information about who logged into a Cisco switch, or you made a configuration change on a router, I can always go back to the data warehouse. With data now going into that data warehouse, this gives us an opportunity to retrieve that data should it become important and helpful for us. So if I go and run a search, again, on my Cisco Illuminate feed, in this case, I'm just going to do search for everything in the last 5 minutes. You'll notice that this icon shows up, letting me know that there are additional data available to me in the data warehouse, and I can now click to retrieve it. Now, we make this a manual step in that I can now set this information up because it will count towards your license. So we do provide you a bit more information about the data that you're retrieving, et cetera, so that you can make that determination. We just wanted to give you an understanding that, hey, there may be some information here that aligns to the investigation that you're performing. And so if you want that additional data that you sent to the data warehouse, make that very easy for you to then pull that data back.